Hey, I wanted to share something with you today that is actually birthed out of some personal conviction that I have experienced over the last week. I was listening to a sermon last week, and the preacher read out of John 13. He read the words of Jesus that Jesus said to his disciples. And in verse 34 of John 13, Jesus says, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you are also to love one another. By this, all people will know that you are my disciples, that you have love for one another." And reading this passage in light of what we are experiencing as a culture is where this conviction came from. You know, a month and a half ago, when this pandemic really started and hit us, we had this mentality that, hey, we're in this together. Right? We are doing this, we're experiencing this together. And as time has gone on, so often is the case with crisis, it's been politicized and polarized. And we've gone from in this together to this sense of, if you don't agree with me, you are the enemy, right? In the hatred that I have seen, the disagreement, the really just terrible language and treatment of people who disagree with us is something that I see is pretty contradictory to the words of Jesus. And this is the really difficult part. All of these things that I've seen aren't just from outside the church, right? These are things that I'm seeing from with believers inside the church itself. That instead of acting out and living out John 13, what we're doing is letting our opinions and our right to be right become the most important thing to us. And here, don't hear me wrong. I'm not saying we shouldn't have opinions, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't even believe those. But what I'm saying is that when we choose to put our opinions in front of our love for other people, I think it can do more damage than we anticipated. In a time where more than ever we're scrolling through our social media feeds to engage with the world because we can't physically go out, I think we need to take pause about the weight of the words that we say. And this is what I mean, right? This is the concept I want you to think about. Choosing love over being right can open the door for others to find Jesus. What I don't want is for my opinion ever to get in the way of someone finding Jesus. We're all called to take the name of Jesus to the ends of the earth. In Matthew 28, Jesus tells us to go and make disciples. What I don't want is for my opinion, even if it's fact-based, to get in the way of someone else finding Jesus. So I just wanted to share with you a prayer that I prayed today. Because if I'm honest, I'm guilty of this. I have let my opinion and my right to be right be more important than how I treat other people. So my prayer this morning that I want to share with you and encourage you to pray as well is this. Father, never let my desire to be right become more important than your calling. Never let my desire to be right become more important than your calling. We are called to make disciples. We are commanded to love one another and to show our love to the world. So my challenge to you is your opinion, are your posts, are your interactions with each other showing love? Or is it putting your opinion and your right to be right over an opportunity to open doors for others to find Jesus? Let me encourage you. I would love for you to join me in this week. My challenge for myself and for you is to let go of that desire to be right in order to love other people for Jesus more completely. Hope you have a blessed day, and we will see you guys tomorrow.